Alright, what's up everybody? Let's look at Maze of Jellies. So the Labyrinth skill is all the middle tree plus the bottom for the remainder of the points. So for this one we're going to be using Sea Fairy. The treasures have changed just a little bit. We've changed from the apple candy balloon into the map. And overall I think it actually makes the run even longer, which is always a good time. It's always a good time. So for this run, I do make a few mistakes here and there, so I'll make sure to point them out when it happens. And then there's also a couple tricks that we need to do with Dark Enchantress. And I think there's like just pretty much one thing to point out with Sea Fairy as well. But I would say overall the biggest what's it called? The biggest tip I have is to obviously collect as many jellies as possible. It sounds so obvious, but because the magnet isn't too strong, it's very, very easy to actually miss the jellies that are being that are on. Like, you know, so some of the circle stuff as well is very easy to miss, especially if you don't get the jumps right. And each jelly does, you know, it contributes a large amount to the overall score, considering we're trying to collect jellies. So the more you collect, the more stages you cover, and the more health you get, the more points you get. Don't worry though, you know, it's not the end of the world if you miss a couple. You don't have to be like, oh, I missed 4 jellies, I've got to restart. You see, I missed 2 there, but it's fine. This combo is definitely 1.8 billion points doable. I'm like 3 million off, and I know where I can actually improve it, so I'm going to point that out to you. It's just I've run this so many times. I might redo it for 1.8 billion later, but 1.797 billion it's fine. It got me like 19th on the leaderboard, and so far, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'll take a 19th. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine. So you can improve and you can get above my score, and then you can have all the bragging rights. So once again, we're going to be going, make sure to go up and down, try and collect as many of the gem jellies that are dropped from destroying obstacles. So some of these circles are a little bit difficult to get. Don't forget to hit those, like the gem droppers right there. I don't even know what they're really called. I'd call them gem droppers. No, they're very, it's, you know, they're pretty obvious where they are, and you should be able to hit them relatively easily. I'd say there's only about like 1 or 2 times when, you know, it gets a little bit difficult, but yeah. So due to us bringing the map, we do get a boost, and with one of the map, what are those called? One of the map rewards are a boost plus a giant, and that does alter the Dark Enchantress's activation places. So if you're used to playing without the map, then, you know, you might have to relearn this just a little bit. But overall, you can do this like first try. You can definitely do this first try. It's not too different that you're like, oh my god, everything's changed, I've got to relearn the whole map. You don't. Like, the boost does change it, but it's very minimal to how much it changes it. So there are a couple places I would say overall, you know, try to avoid the little little pink flames, but there are sometimes places where you can collect them. Look at the lifesaver to see if it's ready to burst, and if it is, then avoid it. If it's not, feel free to destroy it, get some destruction points, get some of those gem jelly points as well. It will all makes the difference. There, I probably should have gone up to the top and allowed lifesaver to destroy all the arrows, but Dark Enchantress's skill is not too long, so I feel it's fine. But, you know, so lifesaver does the work, put those hours in, you know, and you know, it's fine. We're all good. It's no worries. So after this skill, we're going to be getting the boost and giant from the treasure chest map. So here, there's actually a trick. So jump for the star bubble, double jump over, or 2-finger jump over those 2 first boosts. Avoid this boost here. Jump for the stars though, and then after that you can collect this final boost and proceed as normal. We need that just to make sure that we're going to be hitting the last skill, because there's a trick that we're going to be needing to do. And if you don't miss the boost, then it's just going to throw the activation off, and yeah, it doesn't quite work. So yeah. We're just gonna carry on pretty much going through, but I know between now and then there are a couple places that I can improve, so I'll definitely point those out to you, just to make sure you don't make the same mistake and you can get that extra 3 million points to get that sweet 1.8 billion. I was a little bit salty when this happened, but I was like, it's good enough. It's good. I'm just happy knowing the combo is pretty much half the battle for me. I'm like, okay, that's the combo. Right, okay, that's the thing. Cool. And now I can share it with you guys, and that's the best part. That is the best part. Obviously, we're going to be collecting as many of these as possible. I'm not too sure if it's better to slide into it and double jump up, or to double jump and go down onto those streams. Obviously, depending if there's a hole or not, but yeah. Here, I still feel like I've missed too many of the bear jellies and stuff in the air, so I reckon you can improve that jumping right there to balance the destruction of the obstacles to get the gem jellies plus all the bears in the air. I reckon that is that you should definitely try and improve on that over the mess that I did. Here, I totally messed this up. Oh, look at that. What an absolute disgrace. I missed like all of the first stream. I missed the lever on the second. Ah, disgusting. I would recommend sliding into the hole, single jump, and then at the peak of the hill, just double jump into the lever and then double jump into the next stream. You might sacrifice some in the first, but you'll gain much more from the second. Or you just do what I did and just missed everything. So that's definitely cost me like... I think that was definitely like at least 1 million points, plus God knows how many jellies I missed on the counter. So yeah, it doesn't overall affect, not getting that liver doesn't go, right, you gotta quit or anything like that. Absolutely not. It just, it just makes your score a little bit lower. So, that I would say that was the hardest part of the whole level, is getting that lever. I've done it once, and that was on the run before this when I got 1.725, and then I was like, oh, and because I messed that up as well, and I was like, oh God, you can't have everything. Well, I can't, so it's fine. But let's carry on. So these wider circles are a little bit hard. I would say the Dark Enchantress abilities and stuff really can help. Remember to jump during the boost and the giant. I'm not too sure if giant mode really is tall enough to cover the to just go within the magnetic range to get the gem jellies that the little gem droppers drop. But yeah, so we are now approaching the end of our run with the Dark Enchantress. We've got about 1.3 billion. Well, I say approaching the end. We're approaching the last skill. Which we need to do a little cheeky trick to do. And to do that, at here, we're going to be sliding... oh, no, not here. This one. These set of stairs, we're going to be sliding off, down the hole, single jump, and then we should come up around the third thing, jump into the jelly dropper, jump again, and you should go straight into the skill. Now, if you slide down, you do one jump, you do another jump. This is okay. You will survive. You will get the skill, but you miss the jelly dropper. Even though her hat and stuff phases through it, it doesn't count as being hit. So make sure you do not do a double jump under the map. You do a single jump and you go straight into the and then you'll go straight into the gem dropper and then into the skill, and it'll all be okay. Now here, I should have collected this destruction thing. I thought Lifesaver had more time, more energy things, but it didn't. I should have got that for more gem jellies. Now with Seafarer, go up. Okay, you want to go up. If you don't go up, you'll miss the gem dropper. So you need to go up as soon as Seafarer does. Just like hold jump just to go up, and go straight into the gem dropper to make sure you're getting everything. Now you want to forward Seafarer. Where you do it is entirely up to you. I did it early. I did it here. I think, I don't know. There's a place where I would say it might be a bit better to do. Just because you can only fall once. You won't have enough energy that I found to get in the last skill out, unless if you fall twice. So falling once will really... falling once is perfectly fine, and it's good. You're pushing the Seafarer forward, it means you're going to get more jellies, and you're also kind of like pushing the manuscript into a better position. Now, I would say not this one, but this one here, double jump early, collect both those star bubbles, and then fall into the hole. I reckon that is a perfectly okay thing to do, and that is probably where I would recommend falling. Just because I missed the star bubble, and that can affect your score. It affects the number of jellies you've collected as well. I'm gonna meet that 5,000 stage 10, but still, like, you know, it's a lot of points gone to waste, and I feel like it's more than, like, you know, a few rainbow bears. So yeah, that is definitely where I would fall. I would try to get both of those, and knowing that if you fall, it doesn't matter. Is the real thing to take home there. So I would recommend falling there. If you manage the jump, just fall a bit later, and then just carry on the run. But it's quite good to have an in as a just in case. So as you see, we made stage 10 relatively easily, and obviously with Steve Fair we collected a lot of that stuff. There we go, brand new score. Let's go. And now we're just going to be running to the end. There's no real more tricks to do. We're just going to avoid the obstacles whenever possible to allow Lifesaver to get as many points as possible for us. Not points as possible, health as possible. But there you go. We're going to hug the top again to get the levers, whatever you want to say. And now I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 97. It's okay. I'm not mad. It's fine. You guys can do 1.8. You guys can overtake me. But that's triple S for... you can get 1.8 billion. Absolutely with that combo. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. It was a long one. If you've watched it all, mucho apreciado. Until next time, bye-bye.